you. We supported you, Sammie. You didn't have to go down this road. Sammie had everything. And then to think that you up here lying and you're deceiving your fan base and you're deceiving everybody like you're this Christian individual and you're far from it. Honey, we have to talk about this. If you guys can hear me, make sure you guys are saying 3 so I know everything is going on because you know this internet be trippy. But honey, let me tell you, Sammie, Babymama have came out and exposed him exactly who he was. And honey, I am shocked. I am sick. Because we always hear this about these rappers, about these singers, and about these entertainers. And you women out here are always the first one on your hands and knees at their concert, begging, please. Okay? And he does horrible stuff to kids, and he does horrible stuff to women. Now, y'all love to scream this name, misogyny, misogyny. Yes, he is misogyny. He's more than misogyny. He put his hands on women and do horrible things to kids. And the baby mama said, oh my God, enough is enough. She is tired. She been keeping this in herself all this time. And I pray for all the women out there that are dealing with these celebrities, these men in Hollywood that you feel like you have to protect. And you feel like you have to mute yourself. You can't tell your truth because your truth is going to interrupt who they are and their false representation that they have out here on the internet. Baby, I'm here to tell you, screw that reputation. They ain't care about you. They don't love you because ain't no man that's putting hands on you love you. Ain't no man out here cheating on you, lying in your face every single day. Love you, okay? They have, look. Man, I tell you, it's a lot going on. Not only that, we have to talk about Sammie because we got to get into it because it's a whole bunch. Y'all don't know about this singer, Sammie. Ooh, honey, it's always the short ones, right? It's always the short men out here in these streets. But Chrisean Rock, I don't know what got a hold of her, but Chrisean Rock, honey, she has exposed Hollywood. She said that Zeus Network is demonic. I said, you know what, Chrisean? You own to something now. I said, Chrisean Rock, keep talking, girl. Honey, she started crying. Do you hear what I'm saying? That baby started crying to me. Talking about some, Jessica. I said, what? She said, I don't want to fight my sister. I don't want to fight my sister. I don't want to fight, but they making me fight. They holding my check, and I can't get my check if I don't fight. But Jessica, I don't want to fight. I said, baby, that's effed up. And this is a black man that's doing this. Who is he? They say his name is Lemmy, and guess what, girl? They say his father is a damn pastor. Woo! Honey, when I'm telling you, all this stuff, this religion and these churchy men, honey, and they come from church men, honey, they are the most wickedest people ever. They are the most, I had to put my cross on for this because it's so wicked. So yeah, I said, girl, you keep on talking. Honey, she started to break down to me and she was just crying. And she said, I know. She said, Jessica. I said, what? She said, I know my sister Takesha, she didn't want to fight me. I can see it in her eyes. But Zeus Network, they make these girls fight. They don't want to fight each other, but they make these girls fight. It's so demonic, and that is demonic. That is horrible to make girls fight for entertainment. And then I'm like, who's watching this? Black people, black women. But I thought y'all said y'all was all for the sisterhood. How could you be for sisterhood, but your entertainment is seeing other sisters go upside each other's head, to see other sisters hate on each other? That is your form of entertainment. But yet, most of y'all are Christian. They're not going to have that stuff upstairs, okay? Christian, heaven is a perfect place. So all that mindset, and you are so programmed for this toxic, fighting, evil entertainment. Honey, I don't know how you going to make it to heaven. Because your mind and your spirit is so corrupted with that entertainment. That is who you are. Honey, God not going to have that mindset, that spirit up in there. It's a perfect place. It's a perfect place. Ain't no time for no mistakes. This is your time on earth to get it right and deprogram yourself out of all that toxic. That shit right there shouldn't even attract your spirit. But it attracts your spirit for a reason. And Chrisean Rock, she laid it out. She said, Jessica, that shit is demonic. And she said, when I started off, I didn't see it, but she said, I've been places. I have different experiences now. And now I can't even do it. I said, well, honey, I'm glad you done turned around because I was laying your ass out. I sure did. I told Chrisean, I said, you out here fornicating, talking about you a Christian, and you out here with this man, and then you ain't thinking about the baby. Girl, I laid her butt out. But you know what? I still give her grace. You know why? Because God give all of us grace. Amen. So we got to talk about Chrisean Rock. Also, we have to talk about Aspen. Now, some of y'all may not know her, but she's a rapper. I like Aspen. I know I shouldn't like Aspen, but I like Aspen. She was on a song with Mello, because Mello Bucks, that's my girl, okay? So, honey, it's this other rapper, this male rapper, and did you know he was putting hands on this girl? Punch that girl, okay? They was in the studio, and it's so nasty and disgusting, and you should see what the black men and women are saying to Kate for this man. It is sickening, honey. So we are here to talk about it all. You guys, I am Jessica Kohai, and you are here at Jessica Kohai Hot Topics. All right, so let's get the likes up. Can we please get the likes up, y'all? Let's get these likes up. All right, let's get the likes up. What are y'all saying in the comment section? All right, what are y'all saying? Let's get the likes up. So someone says, who are you to judge? Jessica Kohai. I told you who I was. Hell. And who am I to judge? Jessica Kahino. Shit. We all judge. You shouldn't judge if you're a Christian. But I'm not no goddamn Christian, so I'm going to judge, okay? But if you are a Christian, you should not judge. But I'm not no Christian, so I'm going to judge, okay? I'm a gossiper. I'm an actress. What else? I got all platforms. I talk about true crime, entertainment, all that. So I'm going to do what I want to do, honey, okay? So let's continue on. Whew. If you like hitting on women, you need to go to jail and say that, all right? So press 2. Do you guys know who Sammie is? Do you guys remember who Sammie is? He was a singer, all right? I can't tell you the songs that he did, but just to know he's a singer, all right? So let's move on here. So this is what they're saying. Terrible Sammie recent arrest resurface, charged with cruelty. Look, cruelty to children. Do you see that? I don't got no respect for no man that's doing some cruelty stuff to some children or hitting on no woman, okay? I don't got no respect for you, bruh. It says, girlfriend speaks out and shares her injuries. Says she believes she's not big enough to ruin him. People need to know the truth behind the fake, quiet church boy. Yes, girl. Expose him. Expose him, girl. Ooh. Y'all need to expose these men that's be hitting on y'all going upside your head. I don't understand. Why don't you expose that man? All right, so let's go here.
Battery and
I like to go to TikTok because TikTok, they be spilling it all out where I don't have to do all that reading. So let's check this
Sammie. Hey guys, it's your girl, Jen Trey Hay. And singer Sammie, full name Sammie Bush, was arrested on October 19th and placed in the Henry County Jail for some alleged charges. This is what he allegedly did. So according to his booking details, you can go ahead and pause and read. But it says cruelty to, you see, 3rd degree, battery, and
and this is no speculation. This ain't no hearsay. This is facts. He is cruelty to children. And y'all still gonna book him. And you women out there, ooh, what can I call y'all? You queens. You counterfeit queens, okay? Because y'all ain't no queens, and the kings, y'all ain't no MF and kings, okay? Look, the counterfeit queens, they gonna still lay on his back for this man. Ooh! Ain't they still gonna lay on their back? Pop them legs up, okay, and ready to buck, okay? After knowing how he is cruel to the children, after knowing how he hit on these women, and that's why these men keep on doing it. You are the reason why the men keep on doing it, because they already know they can just lay up with another woman, and you gonna take care of them, and you probably gonna provide for them. Hell, because y'all out here paying all this money for these men. I could never, honey, but you do it. So let's go.
Violence, and this was all at 11:55 p.m. and they booked him. He has been released since then, but I need more details. Because there are kids involved, I definitely want to know the details and see what happened, because what does third degree child, like, what does that mean? If you guys are lawyers and you have some information, definitely comment below, educate us, because I'm not sure what that means, but I really hope it's not what I...
Girl, stop! It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't stand y'all. I hope it's not what I think. Oh, it can't be. It is what the hell it is. Accept it. Accept the truth. It's facts. So let me tell y'all, people in the comment section, they over here talking about the man height and weight. Talking about some, he only 135. He only 135. Who cares about that? You're so simple-minded. He out here whooping on women, whooping on kids, and y'all only concern is his damn weight. See, that's why I can't deal with a lot of people. I cannot. Okay. So, I thought she was going to give me some real tea. She ain't give me the tea. I need some good tea. Okay? What's this, a day ago?
Oh, yeah. He back. He is back. Oh, yeah.
He too old. He got gray in his hair. You is too old to be fighting on any woman and hitting on any woman. You shouldn't be doing it when you're a kid. But they said misogyny, honey, it starts when these little boys, they start hating on girls and want to fight these girls. That's misogyny. And he's full of misogyny if he out here beating on women. So, I'm going to have to do my own research, because they're not really giving it like I needed to it. And you got the music on. Get out of here. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going here, and I want to see, so these are pictures, all right? And you clearly say he's out of jail. It says, don't believe who, inmate Sammie Lee Bush, that's his full name. So this is him throwing stuff at her. Look at him. Don't got no clothes on. Put some clothes on. Throwing stuff at her. Ooh, girl, get out the house. Get out. It says, why would you ever think it's cool to play me? Man, these men are these kings, fake kings. Fake kings or something now. Not posting it from my real page, because if you know, you know. Not trying to make a blog, just trying to bring awareness to people that thinks they're untouchable and God on earth. Tell it, girl. And you see what he did? He out here bragged to us, I'm out, okay? Yeah. Y'all need to start carrying that G-Glock, okay? And handle some things, you know what I'm saying? Toe tagging, okay? Put motherfuckers on t-shirts. Play with me, okay? They gonna learn. So these are the pictures of Sammie getting arrested. See, you see I went to TikTok. You see they ain't break it down like this. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be doing my own research, girl. You can't depend on nobody for no good tea nowadays. Okay? So this is Sammie, y'all. Look at him. Look at him. The church man. So I believe this is her, and the reason why she blocked out her mouth, because he probably punched her in the mouth. Her whole mouth is probably red and busted. That's why she got it covered up. And I guess this is the Babymama. They always got them eyebrows on fleek though. That's nice microblading. But let's keep on going. It says, my phone on 10% right now, y'all. I'm about to enjoy the show, but please know what I'm not done bringing light to violent, narcissist men who says nothing can stop them. Ooh, he felt like he was banging her upside the head and saying, yeah, bitch, say something. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. I'm Sammie. The world loves me. They love me. They bow to my feet. They always want to give me their pennies at the concert. See, the queens with no low self-esteem. Y'all throwing panties. Y'all laying on your back for a man that just sings. All he does is sings. All he does is sings. And y'all are so simple-minded. It's gross. All right, so it says, which is cool. Not trying to stop you from singing in songs at 38 years old. He is too old. He too old. 38, that's old as hell. Okay? Shit, I know. 38 is old. Okay, it says, but people need to know the truth behind the fake quiet church boy. I agree with her. We need to know. We need to know who this is, who we supporting. All right, so that's some jail stuff, some horrible stuff that he did. She says, oh, I think my neck is sprained. I need to go to the hospital. Are you going? Are you going to get Jay at all? Are you going to get Jay at all? Okay, I don't know what this means. She says, I think my neck is sprained. Okay, from who? I need to know. Sammie sprained my neck. He cracked my neck. What did he do? You know, I'm assuming that Sammie got his hands and he did something to her neck that got it sprung. You know, he put hands on her where she needs to go to the hospital. Are you going to get Jay at all? Who the hell is Jay? Is that a child? Shit, I don't know. I don't know who she talking to. We need more context. Hell. It says, y'all, I have to go home to this man. Damn. No, you don't, girl. Couldn't be me. I'm getting a hotel. I'm not going home to that man. Shit, if I was in her shoes and that man was hitting on me, girl, I would book me a hotel. Okay, honey, you don't want to know what I do. Let a nigga hit me. Oh, hell no. Hell no. I'm not going for that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and I'm going right to the airport, book me a flight. Okay, where I'm gonna go? I don't know. I might go to Cali. I might go to Vegas. But now I gotta make a police report on his ass because I believe in calling the cops. So I gotta make the police report. I'm gonna go down to the police court, make my whatever. Okay, and ask them, can I skip town because I'm afraid for my life? And they say yes or no. And if they say yes, I'm gonna skip town. And I'm gonna get me a hotel. And I'm going to get my mind together, girl. Okay? I'm going to get organized and stuff. But you may say, Jessica, what if you got kids? Well, shit, if I got kids, my kids going with me too. You know? Then, would you leave your kids at your grandma's house? No, because he going to go over my grandma's house and get the kids. Hell no. I'm not putting my kids in harm's way. I'm going to take my kids with me. We need to be together, okay? And they need to know that father is a horrible demon. He got a demon living inside of him. And he's liable to hurt all of us. If he put hands on the mother, you know he'll put hands on the kids, okay? These kids come from me. Come on now. All right? So this is where she has to go home. But you don't have to go home. You have a choice. But she feels obligated. She has to go home, you know, for whatever reason. I just say cut that shit. But let's move on. He says, I'm not big enough to stop shit or ruin him. He got the girl, we need that on recording. I don't care about all this typing, girl. You should have had that phone. You should have recorded that shit and just had the phone with you, you know? And just record. Why you didn't record? Put out the audio, girl. That's what she should have did, because you know people not going to believe you. You know people don't believe women nowadays. They're not going to believe no black woman at that. Hell, you know they can't stand black women. Come on now. All right, he says, I'm not big enough to stop him or ruin him. He got the platform, and that's cool. Not trying to ruin you, sir. If I was, I would do it from my real page, but I didn't. I did it from a page with 300 followers. Be for real, Karma. Okay, listen. I don't care for this message. She's coming off a little bit immature. I mean, you're going back and forth with the guy, and you're talking about I would have did this. I would have did it like that. I feel like you guys are too fucking grown to be doing this. I feel like he's wrong for hitting you, but I feel like you're too grown, and I'm thinking you finished high school to talk like this. He says, I'm not big enough to stop shit or ruin him. I don't get that. Listen, you are in fear for your life. I don't give a fuck about all that. He got the platform, and that's cool. Not trying to ruin you, sir. Why are you saying I'm not trying to ruin you, sir? He ruined your life, but you're not trying to ruin him? I don't know. This message is giving something else. It says, I would do it from my real page. It sounds so childish. Like, if I was trying to ruin you, I would do it from my real page. I ain't even doing it from my real page. I'm doing it from a burner account. If I wanted to ruin you, boy, I would. It sounds so immature. It sounds so childish. She should take this down, okay? Girl, you're going to make me second guess everything I just said about your ass. But I feel like he hitting you is wrong, But girl, what the fuck? What the fuck? All right, so it's no audio on here. I guess this is recording the cops. You should have recorded him whooping your ass. Hell, that's what she should have recorded. She only recorded him tossing that goddamn laptop. We need to see some ass whooping. We need to see him threatening you, Social media, they don't believe women. You see what they did to Meg Thee Stallion. Hell, they need some evidence, girl. If you don't got no evidence, I would just say what you say and feel and tell us your experience, what you're going through. But the stuff that you're bringing up, like this right here, this ain't telling me shit. Him getting arrested, it ain't telling me shit. You talking about, I'm at the other burner account. I'm not even on the main account to ruin you. That's not doing shit either. It's like, if you really, what do you want? What the fuck do you want? I don't understand. What does she want? She talking about she got to go back to that house. You don't got to go back to that motherfucking house. What do you want? If you want to control him, you want him to change his ways, girl, get to packing. That shit ain't going to happen, okay? I mean, at this point, it's time to pick. Either you going to stay with his ass and just deal with the bullshit, or you going to leave. I think you should leave. And I think he should make your ass leave. If she want to stay, I think that speaks a lot about who she is. And I think that Sammie is crazy. If this girl is saying that you are hitting her and hitting the kids, and it's been proven that you have done so, Sammie, you need to leave this situation. If you feel, Sammie, like you need to whoop her ass, Sammie, you need to get out of this situation for your sake, okay? Leave each other alone. But do you guys think they're going to leave each other alone? Somebody going to end up dead. Somebody, you see these situations all the time. Somebody end up dead. So, I think it's mental illness, to be honest with you. If a person have mistreated you, done you so wrong, and you still stay, something wrong with you. And if you feel the need to do somebody horrible and you still say, something wrong with you. And it's just that motherfucking simple. It's not that difficult. It really is not. But what do you guys think about this? Huh? All right. So this is his report. So I'm going to go into the comment section and see what the people have to say about it over here. They are saying these celebrities be thinking they're bigger than the program. Well, guess why? Y'all make them feel like they're bigger than this program. Y'all worship celebrities. You guys worship NBA YoungBoy. Your kids worship them. Your sons worship them. Y'all don't worship Jesus. Y'all claim y'all Christians, but you're really not. Because Jesus, you don't worship Jesus. Your love goes to entertainment, sports, and rappers and R&B. That is who you focus on. That is who you consume with. And you claim you're Christians. I don't claim I'm Christian, so I can do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But for y'all that do, y'all be so absorbed, honey. Oh, you don't even give Jesus that much praise. You don't even give Jesus that much time when you're on your knees. How long have you was on your knees today? Huh? Huh? Y'all don't even get on y'all knees. No, but y'all get on y'all knees for Sammie. Y'all would get on y'all knees for NB Youngboy, and he got the damn bumps. Did y'all forget? Y'all don't give a damn about no bumps, because most of y'all got the fucking bumps. Hell, y'all bumping each other. Hell, who cares? At this point, who gives a fuck? Nobody cares. Okay? So, but that's good that they can come back from the bump. Who came back from the bump? NBA Youngboy came back from the bumps. Usher came back from the bumps. So, it gives fake outrage, right? When NBA and Usher came out with the bump, oh, I'm not going to deal with them. I can't even look at him the same. Oh, my God. I can't even do it. Girl, they lusting over that D, knowing damn well their husband and their boyfriend and gave their ass the bumps, okay? Just fake motherfuckers. They just fake. All right, so let's move forward. Anything you guys have to say before we move on? And let's get the likes up. If you guys enjoying my commentary, let's get these likes up. Okay, you see they playing with me on the algorithm, girl. All right, so let's move on. So, this is Sammie. Okay, this is more pictures of Sammie. And I just want to see these things. I just thought it was so interesting seeing Sammie. Yeah. Okay, can we fast forward? I thought it was going to be some family picture. Look at this. Look at this. All this. Look at this. Look. All this fake ass shit. And it's the same man that's going to go upside your head. They don't show those pictures. See, they're only pushing what they want you to see. But see, a lot of these people in these relationships, they be going through hell and back, and they be so ashamed to really leave because they want to push out this false image that their marriage relationships is all right, it's all perfect. But girl, we know it's not. Hell, I can just ask my whole friends. They done had your man in back, girl. Okay, girl, the hoes be at the goddamn wedding like, yeah, girl. Yeah, he gonna be calling my phone tonight, honey. Okay. Yeah, that should be so fake and played out. Okay. But let they have their fantasy, girl. All right. So let's go to Chrisean Rock. So Chrisean Rock, she is crashing out. This is her second day. She came out yesterday talking about Zeus Network. Should I play the first video that she came out with? I think I will. All right. So check this out.
Fucking dead in my sister's eyes. We don't want to fight. We don't want to fight. It's like the demonic shit around us. The program, how it's supposed to go, is forcing us to do whatever, say whatever out of our mouth. We don't eat on time, nigga. They starve us, make sure we're hungry, angry. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about this contract. Y'all can sue me. Y'all can delete my Instagram.
Ooh, they treat them like dogs. She said, listen, they starve us. That's how you do a dog. Don't you know when they pit dogs together and these dogs fight? They make sure that these dogs are so hungry, so angry. So when they get into it, they just crazy. That is demonic. How you not gonna feed the girls? How you gonna starve them from their check and say, if you want this money, if you want this food, you need to go hit that bitch. You need to tear that other black woman down. But yet, where's all the noise? Black Lives Matter. What do Black Lives Matter when it comes to this? What about the sisterhood when it comes to this? Huh? What about the internalized misogyny? Because it's a lot, ain't it? Look, what do you call a black woman that's always hitting on black women, on the baddies? Is that internalized misogyny? I don't know, girl, but it's something. It's something wicked. Woo! Y'all don't be calling this shit out. And this happens they always promoting this shit. I see it always on my thumbnails, always on my For You page. I see it again and again. But y'all, the noise to take this shit down is so mute. Everybody on mute. See, that's why I be like, people be fake. Y'all be fake. Fake. But let's go. Play.
Instagram, I don't care.
Tell it, Chrisean.
I don't care. I'm getting on my fucking plane. I'm dipping, bro.
Tell it.
Oh, God, bro. I don't really like how, like, fame and people in the industry, it's like you have to humiliate yourself to be somebody that you're not.
The rituals.
Now that I know myself, I'm willing to walk away from a check and just say, fuck everybody's programmed to fight. Everybody don't like that show, bro. I don't care what nobody say, my nigga. I'm going home. For real. This shit ain't worth it. This shit turned my sister apart. And I love Lenny to death like a brother, my nigga. Real shit. He the way he loved Blue and us and all that other shit, cool, bro. It was like a little Zeus family or whatever. Had a little place in their heart. They always accommodate what I needed. Like, they go extra strengths, lengths, just to fucking have me sitting here puzzled and disappointed in how they program, bro. It's demonic as fuck, nigga. I'm looking dead in my sister's eyes. We don't want to fight. We don't want to fight. It's like the demonic shit around us. The program.
Ooh, honey, she's breaking down. Chrisean says, I want my soul back. She said, I thought I could do it, Jessica, but when she got there, she just felt the dark presence. And she says, I don't want to fight. I don't want to participate, Jessica. She said, my soul will not allow me to do it, Jessica. And I said, you know what, Chrisean, baby? I just gave her a hug. I gave her a spiritual hug. I said, it's all right, girl. It's all right. Let it out. Let it out.
So you think
Biggie...
Biggie...
girls that can't speak out because they are all prostituting themselves for a check. You know, they all humiliate themselves for a check. In the Black community, they love to watch people get humiliated. They love to watch their own people be humiliated. It's entertainment to them. Y'all can't blame the white man now. Y'all cannot blame the white people, okay? Y'all always want to blame the white people. You can't blame the white people. All right, so let's see more stuff that's out here.
Then every scene is like, all right, we're going to do a house meeting. It's not a house meeting. It's a fight. We're going to go to rehearsal. It's not a rehearsal. It's a fight. We're going to go to the show. It's a fight. We're going to sit down and talk about this. It's a fight. I'm not into that shit no more. I don't want to be into it no more. I never, like, you know what I'm saying? I grew out of that shit, bro. And I could tell, like, and then it's crazy because you could tell the difference from fake beef and just a storyline for clout. Like, a bitch wants some clout. Like, how are you my sister and you waited till we get... Okay, cool, that's cool. I don't care. Y'all, this is what they do, bro. They basically say, hey, we're going to give you the best of both worlds. We're going to give you what a label could give you, right? This is what these people say. They going to put us on a platform in a nice ass, what labels do, right? Right? Then they tell the bitches, like, if you don't fight, oh yeah, you're going home. You're getting replaced. What?
That's sad.
All the bitches are sick, depressed, overstimulated, and can't find their identity. I'm the only one standing up to everybody like, so why are we actually fighting? My sister looked like a weirdo. I don't even know if that's... And then I don't even know if they... And just me y'all telling y'all this, I don't care. They're going to probably dress it up and make me seem like I'm the weirdo. And I look like I got some things to work on. Sure, bro. The atmosphere of baddies is demonic. Everybody that don't want to fight is fighting. If you're not fighting, you're not getting your check. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to work with Zeus Network ever again. I'm disappointed for real in myself for falling for it, or thinking I had enough self-control or something that, like divine in me, that I can make it about God. And then the more I make it about God, the more it's like set up to be against my walk in my faith. I don't like it. I don't. I'm about to delete my Instagram.
Ooh.
I'm about to get on my flight.
I know that's right. Delete that shit, girl.
Cause check this out. Zeus know what I'm going through, what I'm facing, what happened to me and all this other shit, and why I came, and what my intentions was when I came. All of those intentions, all those expectations out the window. My sister's sitting here crying and like, bro, everything just look weird as fuck, bro. But I'm logging out for real. I don't really like how like fame and people in the industry, it's like you have to humiliate yourself to be somebody that you're not. And then like, you know what the crazy thing is? I went and found myself, bro, I went and found myself. So coming back to this shit, it made me feel like, damn, all I was doing was taking orders from people that was paying me. And I was pressured to be somebody that I was not. Now that I know myself, I'm willing to walk away from a check and just say fuck everything and tell everything and tell the truth, my nigga. Everybody's programmed to fight. Everybody don't like that show, bro. I don't care what nobody say, my nigga. I'm looking dead in my sister.
Ooh, I'm proud of her. Chrisean Rock, keep talking, keep exposing these demonic forces, girl. So they're saying that Lemmy does not like this and he plans to sue her.
I'm calling you out, bro. If you want to sit down with my pastor Mike, my father, bro. For real, this is bigger than me, my nigga. And I feel like this attack was sent from the enemy, for real. And then it's like it's using people, places, and power. Like Lemmy got a lot of power to hurt me just because I'm being 100 on this live right now. So now I gotta call people that really love me and I know daggone well. For real. Lemmy Plumber, you can sit down with my dad. Real stuff, bro. You can sit down with my dad, Lemmy Plumber. For real, bro. Lemmy Plumber, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, bro. I'm calling you out.
All right, so people in the comment section says she's realizing she's not bigger than the program, and that might be true. How do I feel about that? Could this all be a ploy? She's playing victim because she wants things to go one way and they're not going in her favor. So she's like crashing out. That could be possibly well true. Could she be using Jesus and all this as just a shield to fight her wars, to get what she wants? More so like, if you guys don't give me the type of things that I want on here, I'm going to expose you guys as demonic. That could be true because Chrisean Rock, you knew they were demonic when you signed up for the shit. But I feel the same way for Lemmy. I feel Lemmy, you guys always hire people that's mentally challenged and they take advantage of mentally challenged people. So you get what you get. This is the chances. You guys don't make sure that these girls that's on the show is mentally okay. They love the mentally challenged people. They love the people that will sacrifice and get humiliated and don't care and don't come. They say it's good for TV. So y'all get what y'all get. I don't give a damn. Hell, keep on exposing them, Chrisean, because little girls are watching this and little boys, and they think that this lifestyle is the way to go. So by Chrisean Rock calling out as demonic, it may not help everybody, but I think a few will. And I know certain individuals are going to clip farm these clips and say, expose Zeus Network for exactly who they are. Maybe she's using religion and all that as a shield, but still, it still got some good points to it. Okay. It still got some good points.
You over here got $1 billion tearing down people. You got $1 billion tearing down people for your gain. And then when we speak up, you silence us with power. You're not silencing me, bro. I know Jesus Christ, bro.
If you know Jesus Christ would have told you don't go to baddies, okay? Why are you knowing Jesus Christ, but you will go back to that show for some money? To me, I feel like that's a disrespect for Jesus Christ. I think that you sold out for Jesus Christ. I think you decided to choose Satan and his money and his lifestyle over Jesus Christ. And you thought the green was greener on Satan's side. And honey, you got duped. You got duped. So now you want to scream back Jesus. And you keep on playing with Jesus like a yo-yo, okay? And that's why a lot of people in the Christian community don't have respect for you, because she will always play with Jesus. She'll say she a Christian, but then she's sucking some demon ding-a-ling, you know? She's out here cussing and shaking her ass and shaking that wig and just doing the most and being a horrible representation of what Christian lifestyle is. So... there's that.
That is my dad, bro. That's really my spiritual father, bro. I don't care what nobody's saying. Because it makes me feel like I need to call my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of shit that you cannot be around, bro. Or act like it's cool to be around or safe to be around it. His name is Pastor Mike Freeman, bro.
All right. So Lemmy pretty much, he put his foot down. He said, this is the last time I'll be dressing this. Baseless disclosure surrounding Chrisean Rock recent live. I cannot nor can anyone regulate her emotional and all this blah, 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 blah. So pretty much he going to take some action. I'm not about to read all this, but he's going to take some action. But I'm sure he's used to this because all those girls are mentally challenged, of course. And that's why they get on there fighting and carrying on. And people of their own, they love to watch them, carry on like that. All right. So, all right, let's see what she has to say about all this.
Also on the show fighting. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and side with Chrisean on this. I think it is a money grab from Zeus Network. I think they do tell those women, if you don't fight, you're not getting paid. I 100% believe
I
that.
agree.
The top
I
on the show
agree.
who do engage in fighting seem to be paid the most. Now, if Chrisean or that Lemmy dude come out with another statement or live stream, I'm going to keep you guys posted. Also on the show fighting. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and side with Chrisean on this. I think it is a money grab.
Oh, that's
from
all she
Zeus
got?
Network. I think they do tell those women, if you don't fight. Also on the show fighting. So yeah, I'm gonna go.
Hold on. It sounds like a loop. Can we get the likes up? Get these likes up, you guys. You're Jessica. Hi, Noah. Hi, topics. I need these damn likes. Let's get the likes up. All right,
Okay,
let's
here's
try it
part
again.
2 of Chrisean versus Zeus Network, and yeah, she had a little bit more to say. Okay, here's part 2 of Chrisean's separation from Zeus Network, and yeah, she had a little bit more to say, but so does Lemmy.
Summer, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, bro. I'm calling you out, bro. I'm calling you out, bro. If you want to sit down with my pastor Mike, my father, bro, and I know daggone well, good game. And then when we speak up, you silence us with power. You're not silencing me, bro. I know Jesus Christ, bro.
Now, after Chrisean had taken to live stream twice, then Lemmy had came out and he made another statement. Now, this one is a little bit longer, but just follow me. He starts off and says, this will be my final time addressing the baseless discourse surrounding Chrisean's recent live stream. I cannot, nor can anyone regulate her emotions, volatility, and theatrical impulses. Her flair for dramatization is truly Oscar caliber. Let me state unequivocally that no one at Zeus is forcing any cast members to engage in physical altercation. And let me stop you right there, because I already know that's a lie. There is no season or series.
Girl, I was going to say it's a lie too. That's why I F with nosy bystanders. Zeus Network, Zeus lie. He lies. They force those girls to fight. They condone it. They push it. What I don't understand is how the black community, what can I call the ebony community, how y'all be like, we need to stick together and all this misogyny and all this, but you do it to yourselves and you support these shows and this is what you look up to. And this is what your kids are being programmed to. Yeah, I listen to some horrible stuff, People may say, well, don't you listen to Mellow Bucks? I do, okay? But let me tell you, I listen to it, but I don't do none of that shit, I see it as entertainment, but I don't do none of that shit. It helps me work out. Or it helps me get me up in the morning, and I'm mature enough to listen to it. Okay? A lot of people that are watching this, their parents have failed them and they're not mature to just see it as a form of entertainment. They feel like this is a way of life and they are trying to emulate this way of life, and this is how they feel like they get their confidence. They get their validation by acting out and hitting and beating on other black women in the community, because that makes them feel like they're something. Okay, it validates them. I know Mellow Bucks, when she's talking about spraying people and gunning down people, me killing somebody does not validate me. I have no interest in killing people like Mellow Bucks talk about. I have no interest and I don't want to. I just like her personality and I like her sound or whatever. So, and when she talk about shooting down, I be thinking like shooting down the demons. You know what I'm saying? My ops are the people that's trying to take me down. But I'm mature. But these audience that's watching this, they are not mature and their parents have failed them. So they're lost to look at these individuals as role models and as gods, because this is who they worship. This is who they put all their mind and focus on all day, every day on the internet. I don't focus on Mellow Bucks all day internet. I don't know half the shit she got going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big difference. Okay, let's go.
Or different spin-off of baddies that does not include an altercation. I actually sat down before I even decided to watch this story and pulled a bunch of different season clips from the show, and there is actually no discourse that occurs on this show other than fighting. And you can say what you want about Chrisean, whether she was just chickening out and she didn't want to fight, fine, that's fair. But for the CEO of the network to say, oh, no one has to actually engage in fighting. If they didn't have to engage in fighting, then there'd be no fighting. If there was no fighting, we'd all be seeing these girls do what they did, like on the Jersey Shore or the real world, and go do outside jobs, but all live in the house while they coalesced. Now, Lemmy goes on in the statement, which again, I think is mostly a farce. He goes on to say that our creative, that's crazy, because there's nothing creative about baddies. The buck has to stop.
Thank you. They treat these girls like female dogs. They treat them like bitches. And what do you mean by that? Don't you know how the owners, they get all these rock rollers and these pit bulls and they put them in cages, right? And then when it's showtime, people come around and they bring the dogs out to fight each other. This is exactly how they are. And these girls, they think they're bad. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm the baddie and I'm this. And I'm like, girl, you're treated like a dog. Honestly, you're treated worse like a dog. You're a fighting dog. Literally, you're a fighting bitch, And so he get a lot of bitches to fight, and he gets so much money. This guy, he is a multi-millionaire off of black women humiliating themselves and fighting each other, hating each other, beating each other in front of the whole world, while other black people applaud and watch. Oh, keep it going. We love to see black women hate on black women. Yes. Okay. Okay, but honey, they wouldn't have it any other way. They love that shit. And most of them, they're mentally challenged, So he loves to get the mentally challenged girls because they would do anything for fame, entertainment, and some money. All right. And he's just cashing out on these hoes. And he don't have to do anything. His ass would never get on front of the camera to fight. Do you think Lemmy would ever get on camera to fight different guys? Press 1 if you know Lemmy would never do that shit to himself because he sees himself better than that. But these girls that do it, I don't understand how they mind to be like, I'm the baddest. Girl, you're being used. You ain't nothing but a pet. I don't even know what you call it at this point, but Lemmy, he is the boss. He doesn't have to fight. He doesn't have to embarrass himself. He used you to embarrass yourself with other black women, and he makes the bulks of the money. He just give you a little crumb, and you're so happy and thankful for that because that is your worth in your head. Okay? Yikes. All right, so let's continue on.
Somewhere. He goes on to say it always has been a foster of individuality, charisma, emotional transparency, levity, and authenticity. This is most certainly written by ChatGPT. He goes on to say that we champion genuine expression and not contrive conflict or performative hostility. Okay, sir. He goes on to say when we assemble 25 plus distinct, opinionated, and dramatic women under one roof while traveling across multiple cities for an extended period, tensions, friction, and emotional outbursts are inevitable byproduct. Again, none of that is true. The show is designed for the women to fight. That is it. There is no other dialogue that occurs on the show. I would know that because I pulled those clips and I watched them. There was literally no discourse. And for some strange...
She right. All they do, every clip I see is always fighting. And that's what they push on here. But you know what? These women, they're mentally challenged and they love when a guy lied to them. I promise you, every girl on here has probably got dogged out by men, and they will continue to get dogged out by men because, I don't know, internalized misogyny. They feel like men are better than them and they feel like men is going to tell them the truth for some reason. I don't know. But clearly, I would never want to be one of these girls. I mean, it's just awful. You know, and Nally Nunn, she does look good. Nally Nunn, she looks good. But I don't know much about her, but I just saw her in a video recently. And she looks really good. She got that money on. Now they say her marriage is a sham. I don't know shit about her, but the imagery, she looks nice. But you know, that imagery can be fake, just like Sammie. We talked about Sammie earlier. He was a church boy, but he beats on his girlfriend, his baby mama, and his kids. So you don't let the imagery fool you. You know, it looks nice, but it could be the opposite.
Reason, your executive producer, who goes by the name of Natalie Nunn, sits at the very pinnacle of all of this drama. And yet, with all of this discourse that Lemmy claims occurs on the show, no one seems to explain why the executive producer is also on the show fighting. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and side with Chrisean on this. I think it is a money grab from Zeus Network.
I side with Chrisean Rock on this one
fight,
too.
You're not getting paid. I 100% believe that because the
I
top
agree
contenders
that
on the show
too.
who do engage in fighting seem to be paid the most. Now, if Chrisean or that Lemmy dude come out with another statement or live stream, I'm gonna keep you guys posted. Okay, here's part 2 of Chrisean versus Zeus Network, and yeah, she had a little bit.
All right, so let's move on. Ooh, do you guys who know this guy? I don't know him. He's a rapper, but I am familiar with this girl named Aspen. I met Aspen through Mellow Bucks, okay? She was on Mellow Bucks song or whatever. And she's a rapper. Her rap is aggressive. Her rap is like she's a badass. You know, think of the baddies representation, like how the baddie girls are. They want to fight everybody. They're such a badass. They cannot be touched. She has that personality times 10, okay? But she doesn't fight for TV. She just talks shit in her lyrics. So she was at this studio with this rapper, and things got out of hand. I'm not sure if they got the whole video footage from it. I have to go down here. Let me take this off. All right. So let's just take it from what we do have. So from the studio, they were going back and forth. Things got heated. And I believe that he hit this girl. He punched this girl. And they are saying the reason why he punched this girl because she was running her mouth. I don't give a damn. You have no right to put your hand on any girl, okay? And these girls, please stay away from these men. How many times I gotta tell y'all this? It was no need for these girls to be in the studio. The men should not have these girls in the studio, and these girls should not have wanted to be around these guys, okay? You should not. It's just a cocktail of disaster waiting to happen. So he continues to talk, and he says, let's hear what he has to say.
Bitch, I would slap the shit out of one of you hoes calling me a bitch and calling me out my name and woofing and talking crazy like y'all talking. Y'all
You heard that? He said he'll slap the shit out you hoes for calling him out his name. How do y'all feel about that? Ooh, where y'all at with misogyny? A man would slap a shit out you hoes for calling him out his name. Okay? Do you guys agree with that? 1 or 2? I don't agree with it. I believe that you could talk shit about her. You can say whatever you want to say about her. But, okay, she calls you a bitch. Now you want to hit her? I don't agree with violence or putting your hands on somebody. But let's go.
females. Stay in a female place.
Isn't that misogyny? Isn't that misogyny? Stay in a female's place? Now, this is misogyny. Now, I was on my live yesterday, and I was talking about T.S. Madison, and some girl came for T.S. Madison talking about misogyny. Honey, this is misogyny. But y'all don't get on the man with the misogyny, okay? He says stay in a female place. That is very much misogyny. And he said if you call him out his name and you a female, he gon' put paws on you. If that's not misogyny, what is it? Okay? Okay? But y'all not calling this shit out. Why? Because he's a heterosexual man. Okay? Trying to save that heterosexual image. Honey, it's tainted because they are killing women out here. Okay? But honey, let's continue on. Let's continue on. And somebody said Chrisean Rock was known as fighting. That is true. You know, she was young at that time. She was immature. She did not know God the way she knows God now. And people change. People evolve. What I used to do back in the 2000s, I don't do today. Amen? And that's what evolution is about. You was starting to fight back in the day, but you don't fight anymore. Isn't that a blessing when you decide to say, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. This is not me. That was a pivotal point in her life. She's doing a turnaround when it comes to the fighting. And I sense that she never really was into fighting. She said she was not into fighting years ago. You know, that she don't want to fight people and put all that anger and violence. I mean, that's very demonic. So I congratulate her for her evolution, for her evolving and changing her ways for her and for the betterment of her. I congratulate that. A lot of y'all need to change. Okay, a lot of y'all need to change your ways, but you can't do it. You ain't gonna do it. But okay, back to him.
Stay in a female place.
Somebody said she ain't changed. Well, listen, she changed her mind with the fighting. She did change that. Yes, she did. Because the old Chrisean Rock would have fought for a check. But this Chrisean Rock in 2025, she not fighting for a check. Okay? So, hell, that's what I say about that. But I'm going to rock with Chrisean Rock on this message, even though she might be using Jesus. But she's always using, I don't give a damn. It's a bigger program, and that's that Zeus Network, okay? Zeus Network created people like Chrisean. If it wasn't for Zeus Network, we wouldn't even know Chrisean. So Zeus Network is the enemy. Hell, they're going to create another Chrisean and another Chrisean and another Chrisean. Zeus Network is the enemy. Hell, they are the ones creating Chrisean Rocks, okay? So, all right, so let's get back to her.
That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all females think they could just say anything. No, bitch. Y'all cannot. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing the saying anything. To let their ass know. Bitch, I was...
I'm sorry for your loss, sweetheart. Naomi, I'm sorry for your loss, baby. All right.
Slap the shit out of one of you hoes calling me a bitch and calling me out my...
Why the fuck is that come to the car? Oh my goodness. Bro, you better not. What the fuck wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
So this guy, you see this guy, he was the one that ran up on these girls in their car. They left the studio. He was in his feelings because they were calling him bitch, right? So he went to their car and he actually assaulted them. All right. So that is where your boys are. Who raising this? Who raising this Cain? I'm sure he didn't have a father growing up. So these queens are raising these Cains to be diabolical to other queens. Isn't that a coincidence? When you look at baddies, how they're programming black women to hate black women. And then when you have these sons, they are programmed to hate black women, even though they're raised by black women. And then people scream, the world hates black women. Because y'all keep on programming these boys to hate black women. And they're being raised by black women. I would think if you're raised by black women will have the more leverage to really program these boys to honor women, support women, lift women up. But these mothers are not raising their sons to look at women as queens, not to lift them up, not to protect them. Because like we said before, the black man have left the home. He ain't there. So these are raised by mothers. All right. So let's see what they're saying in the comment section about this. And I got some more video footage about it. They said he literally started acting a fool because brought them flowers to the audio for Aspen. It says his life holds no value. Lock him up. I agree. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up. I don't want to hear the black mama tell my baby. That's my baby. My baby. Girl, I'm going to call Trump on your ass. Trump. And I know somebody said, well, Trump don't like you either. He sure don't. Okay, and he can call me insane. I don't give a damn. Trump called me insane. But you know what? Trump gonna lock your ass up. Okay? Period. Okay? Shit. That's the president. We're gonna have to deal with him. So I'm gonna make it the best situation for me as whatever. Shit. Y'all call me insane. So what the fuck do I care about the president calling me fucking insane? Hell no. That ain't shit. Fuck. Okay, but he gonna lock your dumb ass. He gonna lock your ass up. Okay, come on, Trump. Hell. Okay. Lock these kings up. These are violent kings. Okay? Shit. Did you hear about when Trump went to Memphis and Chicago? They said everything was on mute. All these thugs talking about some, oh, when he get here, we gonna do this and we gonna do that. Don't be coming over here. We something different. Girl, please. They were so scared as a mouse, and it let you know they don't respect their own people. They was not raised right, and they fear Trump. Because when Trump put his boots on the ground in Chicago and Memphis, you have black people coming out talking about some, thank you, Trump. Now we can feel comfortable walking to the store. They were just thanking Trump. And the thugs ain't say shit. They was on mute. They said they got back in their house. They was playing their games and sitting on their porch, minding their damn business because they didn't want the smoke from Trump. Ooh, honey. Shit. Okay. Tired of y'all terrorizing these girls. And you know what? I cannot stand this too. All right. So somebody says, I cannot stand DL men. Can we stop? Y'all want to scapegoat DL men for any person that abused women and just stop the bullshit. It's coming from heterosexual men. Heterosexual men are programmed to be misogyny, as they say, okay? Shit, I'm a whole transgender. I was born with dick and nuts. I used to be on a down low, and I ain't never thought about hitting no woman or wanted to hit no woman. Hell no. Shit, and I lived a life for a few years on the fucking down low. So please stop. Y'all want to scapegoat down low men because down low men don't have a voice and they can't speak up. But honey, it's coming from the straight men. The heterosexual men. Can you say that? heterosexual men is beating these women asses. Y'all can never say that. I never hear y'all say that. You can say the homosexuals this and the DL men, but you don't put the accountability on a heterosexual man. You don't never hear that shit. Because in their world, they want to have this fantasy that a heterosexual man is going to love them and protect them. Shit, well, y'all with heterosexual men and they cheating on y'all, hitting side your head, beating you and killing you. But you just going to say, oh, well, he must be DL then. If he killed you, girl, he must have been DL. If he whooped your ass, he must have been DL. Nah, his ass ain't DL. He just can't stand your ass. He was heterosexual. Hell, that's just all that is. Shit. Damn. If everybody getting with the DL, if every man is hitting on a woman, then most women you talk to, you say, have your ass been hit? They say yes. So all of them fucking with the down low man. And then when a gay man say, bitch, we fucking with the same man, you bitches say, no, we not. Yes, you are. If he's DL, and every man that hit a woman is DL. So that means Sammie is DL because we just heard about Sammie hitting his girlfriend, right? Name a fabulous DL. Every man out here has been accused of hitting a woman. Terrence Howard DL. Now, Terrence Howard, he did interviews talking about he would never do anything gay to lose his man card. But he hit on women, and y'all claim that every man that hit on women is secretly want another man. Hell, so all of y'all men want another man, and all of y'all men have been with men if a DL man equals a man hitting on a woman. And then that's when a gay man said, we are sharing men. And yes, you are, because he's DL. He's with another man. He's with that gay man, and you are with him, and that's your husband. And your husband getting bent over by a gay man. So y'all sharing a goddamn man. Okay? Pick a side. Which one is it? Then you want to say, well, all men ain't gay. All men ain't gay. Well, how you claiming it? Every man that hit on a woman, you say he's gay. And most of y'all get hit on by men. Majority of any girl you talk to on social media, you say, have a man ever hit you? Have a man ever called you a bitch? Have a man ever showed misogyny towards you? And most of them would say, yes, yes, yes. Gay, 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 gay. Girl, pick a side. Pick a damn side. Oh, okay. Hey, AT2, how you doing, baby? Woo! We got a YouTuber in the motherfucking building. AT in the building. AT says, I don't think every man is gay, but a lot of men are curious. Ooh, curious. Well, honey, they still sharing the same man, AT2. If all these men are curious, trust me, curiosity killed the cat. And you know these men are going to sniff it out. You smell that? That's some. I ain't gonna say it. Look at men are curious and men are gonna indulge, and they already have indulged. And these men, they indulge at a fucking young age. Shit, if he's 35 years old, if he's 25, he already done did the thing. I'm sorry to tell you, he already did the thing. So, honey, y'all sharing the same man with gay men. Deal with it. I don't know what else to tell you. But you don't want to face that fact. Then you want to say, no, my man ain't gay. But then if he hit your ass, then he gay. Now who is confused? Who is confused? Okay? You're confused ass. You don't know if you want your man to be straight or gay. You don't know if your man is scared straight. You confused with that. Okay? That you cannot figure that shit out. Is he gay? Is he straight? Damn, you gotta think about and wonder about that shit. Is he gay? Is he straight? He hit me. He must like men. He wants some ding-a-ling in his mouth. He just hit me. Okay, well, bitch, if he hit you, you need to leave. Why stay? If he wants some ding-a-ling in the mouth, why stay? You need to leave. But your dumb ass gonna want to stay there. That'll make no sense. But let's continue on. So I think Aspen has something to say about this. Where Aspen at? Is this
so did
Aspen?
He hit you? He punched me, but I'm cool or whatever. I ate that motherfucker.
She said he punched me. This is Aspen. She's like 18 years old. She's a young girl. And she says that guy punched her, but she's cool with whatever. See, Aspen, I believe she's the type of girl, she does not believe in calling the cops, because if she called the cops, then she's going to be seen as a cop caller or a rat. And these girls are very masculine, meaning that, you know how back in the day, it was okay for a girl to call the cops because she was a girl. Nowadays, it's not cool for girls to call the cops. Nowadays, girls are more masculine and more gangster than the guys, okay? So she said, he punched me, but I ate that shit and it's all good. She took it on the chin and she's cool with that. I'm not cool with that. And you can just tell she don't got no goddamn daddy. I told y'all these straight men don't want to be fathers. These straight men don't want to be husbands. They leaving. But I'm sure somebody going to say, well, he must be gay. Do you guys think that? Do you guys think that every man that leave or abandon his kids, he's a homosexual? He's DL. You know you love to use that DL as a scapegoat. Press 1 if you believe that every man that leave his family or abandon his biological child is on the down low. He secretly want a man. Okay, I know some dumbass gonna say that. Yeah, girl, if he got kids and he not taking care of them kids and he don't want to be a father, he gay. Yeah, he want to be with another man. So that means you sharing a man with a homosexual. Y'all sharing men. No, we not. I ain't say that. She did. Yes, she did. Okay, which one is it? Okay. AT2 said this conversation is too deep for Sunday. No, it ain't. No, it ain't AT2. Let's have the conversation. I got my cross on. And let's get these goddamn likes up. Hell, can we get the likes up, please? Okay. I think there's a historic context to it. DV has only been criminal since 1994. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, so it's been criminal since 1994. Okay, but before that, husbands were allowed to beat their women asses, and they were never seen as homosexual. Or do you believe that every man, every straight man, but back in the day that was hitting on women were gay? Okay, that means majority men are gay because majority of them were hitting on women. It was legal. And then Charleston White believes on hitting on women. So is Charleston White, is he down low too? Woo! Look, gay men, you can have your picks. No wonder why gay men be like, yeah, I'm going to try that nigga. I know he got a boyfriend. I know he got a wife and he got a girlfriend, but he don't want her ass. He really want me. Okay? I can see why they think that now. Shit, because when you cry to that gay man, you like, oh my God, he hit me. That gay man like, yeah, he want me. Shit. That gay man like, every time he go upside her head, that's just love taps talking about he want to get in this pussy. Okay, yeah, he trying to send me a signal. Shit. He trying to tell the world he hate kitty cat because he really wants some ding-a-ling. He hates some kitty cat because he really wants some ding-a-ling. You know what I mean? So, God damn it! What the fuck? Ooh! Okay, shit. No wonder why the gays ain't coming out here. They ain't mad. I would think the homosexuals be so mad they about to lose gay rights. Honey, they with your man, okay? They like, fuck them gay rights. Fuck that gay marriage. They ain't fighting over that shit, okay? They occupied. They occupied, I say, okay? Okay, it says sometimes they're just not a good person. Doesn't mean they're gay. Right, I feel like they're heterosexual. It's a lot of heterosexual men that beat on women. But y'all don't want to push that. Y'all don't want to say the heterosexual men hitting on women. You say, oh, he ain't no man then. If he did, he ain't no real man. No. A lot of heterosexual men love to whoop women asses, okay? Heterosexual men, they feel like women are beneath them. A lot of heterosexual men, they feel like women should not be in power, okay? Yeah. But, you can't face it. You can't face it, all right? So, it says gay want to take over. Well, honey, how y'all talking, and how if every man that leave his biological kid is gay, every man that hit on a woman is gay, every man that call a woman a bitch is gay, that means shit. The gays been taking over, hell, because that's all the men, and it's a man's world. So, it's a gay world. But, in the gay world, it's divisions, it's groups. Because all homosexuals do not like all homosexuals. Did y'all know that? Just like all straight people don't like all straight people. Did you know that? Did you know it's some straight people that don't like other straight people? Yeah. All black people don't like black people. Yeah. I know that's a mystery to y'all. Y'all be thinking just because you're under one subgroup that y'all all get along. Hell no. It be beef. You see how straight black men kill other straight black men? Are they gay too? They say the straight black man has replaced the KKK because they kill more black men than any group. Is the own straight black men. Straight black men are killing other straight black men. Damn, ain't that fucked up? Woo! And they killing straight women, okay? They killing straight women. Ain't they killing a lot of straight women? Yeah. What y'all gotta say to that? Now let's get the likes up. Can we please get the likes up on here? Okay. All right. So continue on. He punched you in the face. Go ahead, baby.
Bro, I don't have no box. I don't have no boyfriend. If I had a boyfriend, I wouldn't even be in this situation right now. So, Aspen is definitely single. So did he hit you? He punched me, but
Girl, if you had a boyfriend, he'd be beating your ass because he's gay, okay? And everybody is gay. All black men are gay. Shit, I don't mind saying it. See, the gay boys, they gonna love it. They like, really? All these men are gay? Yeah. Go ahead. Pick your pick. Shit, be picky in this motherfucker.
And GTA.
She don't even know how to say it, y'all. They can't get mad about you smoking coke, huh? Hey, bro, you'll give me that ounce for her?
They talking about the sugar.
You can just put it on.
Is she on drugs? See, this is what the straight community, this is what y'all doing. Y'all been in the studio and y'all just argue amongst each other and y'all drinking and smoking and doing drugs. Are you guys having fun yet? This is their idea of having fun. It could not be me. This is not fun to me to sit in a studio with some rappers. Well, she is a rapper, so I can understand it's a music thing. But I could just, you know how some people just go to the studio just to hang out for fun? This is so annoying. I could not be in this atmosphere, this drug-infested atmosphere. I just couldn't do it.
Put it on the table. She gonna use a key or a card. I'll give her my card. You can put it right here, bro.
For what?
The code. You cool? Or you ain't got...
So he says you can put the coke. So they're doing drugs. They're 18, 19 years old doing hardcore drugs, all of them. And I don't know why he's putting it out on live. It seems like she's embarrassed, like she don't want people to know that she does that white stuff. And he's just putting it out there, and I guess he supply it, and he does it too. And this is what these straight people are doing, honey. I gotta clutch my pearls. They're smoking sugar boogers. And they put it on live. Who does that? They're proud about it. And they're 18, 19. And they're putting it on the internet like it's the best thing. Who raised them? Huh? Who raised them, I say?
You ain't trying to do it no more. Now the cameras come on, you ain't trying to do it no more.
Of course guess because she don't want people to know. Respect her privacy. So he was purposely trying to embarrass her and humiliate her. I don't do none of that stuff, but if I had a girlfriend that wanted to do that, I would never put that online. That's embarrassing. And clearly she's embarrassed, so I guess this is how it all started.
She ain't trying to do it no more because the cameras come on. Hey, Wop.
Oh my God, twin.
Give her a bump, Wop.
Bro, twin.
Wop, give her a bump.
Twin, did you take your antibiotics today? Because I know your shit was hot and you was itching at the stove. So just let us know that you took the antibiotics. I can give you some what? You want something to cut?
I do. Talk it up.
So now she's exposing that he got, I guess, a disease or he has a virus. That's why he had to take his antibiotics. So it went humiliation for humiliation. And this is what a lot of these straight people do. They like to be in a studio and they just like to humiliate each other and then put the camera. Y'all supposed to be working. Y'all supposed to be making a great song. But all their songs is going to be killing people. I mean, that's the spirit of these individuals. They just have the appetite for destroying. It's spiritual because on the songs, they're going to be talking about killing people. If they're not talking about killing people on the song, they're in the studio trying to kill each other's spirit and trying to expose each other and humiliate each other for attention and for likes and for views. You know, it's no friends in this type of atmosphere because they're all dark and they all have this darkness that they just want to tear each other apart and humiliate. And this is what they call having fun. Are you guys having fun yet? All right.
And GTA.
So now they pushing each other.
Yeah, I let them do that.
Okay, so I'm not going to play all this. Clearly the girl, she's on drugs. He's trying to humiliate her on drugs. And it just take a turn for the worse. He exposed him for beating on women. And it's just horrible. So let's look and see what they're saying about this in the comment section. And you guys know this is the man that punched Aspen. They are saying coke just an everyday thing now. Thought y'all make it, y'all noise fall out. They love doing drugs. And you know what? Y'all gonna dislike me. Ooh, Trump. Trump said no on drugs, okay? Ooh, honey, I don't do drugs. And listen, I know it's a rumor out there because I did a short video where I was like, anybody looking for me? Here I go. And I had an old lady face filter on. And I had a bad wig on, and people thought from that video I was on some shit. Bitch, I ain't never do no motherfucking drugs. I don't do drugs. So I'm with Trump that want to criminalize drugs and drug dealers. I'm with it 100%, bitch. Come on. And you know they about to say if you smoke weed, then you can't carry a gun. Now, I don't care for that. I'm not with that. But all this drugs, it definitely need to do a crackdown because their parents cannot control their drug use. And these drug use is getting out of hand. So I'm for putting a crackdown. And God damn it. Okay, I don't have to say it. Shit. I'm not no fucking Republican, motherfucker. Okay? Shit. Look, I'm not that. I'm voting for Kamala. Kamala 2028. I'm all the way for Kamala. I just want to get that fucking clear just in case you think, oh, this bitch a Republican. Bitch, I'm not a Republican. Now, I might adopt some shit from them and I might adopt some shit from the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I adopt stuff from both. But if Kamala run 2028, that's what I'm going to vote for. Okay? So let's get that clear. Okay? But let's keep on going on. Because I know I might sound like them sometimes, but I'm not. Okay, it says teach your daughters to love themselves and teach your sons to love themselves and stop being misogyny. Why ain't nobody calling misogyny? See, it takes a transgender to call somebody a man for them to scream out misogyny. Ooh, can you imagine if it was T.S. Madison and that girl? Oh my God. if the same situation happened and just replace the male rapper with T.S. Madison, honey, when I tell you the fallout, let's say T.S. Madison punched that girl in the face. Do you think these comments would be so calm? Look. Now we know that man punched her in the face, and look at the comments. Oh, wow, I feel bad for this generation. Teach your daughters to love themselves. Now, if T.S. Madison punched that girl in the face, would that same noise be the same? Would they be like, teach your daughter? They'd be like, that is a man. That man should not be punching that woman. Oh my God, that is a man. They would misgender like a motherfucker. But this is an actual man that have punched her, and yet it's the woman's fault. That's misogyny. Shit. Look, he just don't learn. He beat his baby mama on video and left a gun in an Uber while high off drugs and steal more than he done. Little Dirk can't help this lame. She gonna been embarrassed in a few years. Streamers, male and female, need to stop streaming. She looked like a young version of Yum M.A. It says, so y'all got some young cokeheads. Did she say in the first clip that he didn't hit her? No, she said she did. She got hit. He did punch her in the face. Girls do better. That's it. You see, they always talking about girls do better. Don't let a transgender punch a bitch in the face. Do you think you will see comments in the comment section saying girls do better? Huh? Press 1 if you think that you'll see comments in the comment section talking about girls do better. Press 4, hell nah. They will focus on transgender and they just call that shit as a man. But I guess just take just say, look, I identify as a man today. Look, if you ever hit a bitch, just say, look, time out. I'm about to identify as a man. Boom. Okay. What the fuck? Then the public will be like, see, girl, you wrong for that. You should have left that man alone. You know what I'm saying? If you identify as a man, they don't give a fuck. You know, it's just you cannot be a transgender, identify as a woman and hitting, you know, but just identify as a man, just say time out. Time out. I'm about to take a break. Call me Joe right now, baby. Okay? Shit. I'm about to transform. Transformers. No, I'm playing. I gotta hold my cross. Jesus. All right. So that's what's going on out here. So let's get the likes up. If you guys enjoyed my commentary, hopefully later on tonight I'm going to come back. You guys know I got several different YouTube channels. You can follow me on all of them. You may say, well, how do I follow your ass on all of them? You got to go to my... Oh, I didn't even see this. I forgot about this part. What Aspen got to say?
I got to show people. I'm going to just keep it a buck. I'm going to just say this and I'm going to just keep it as this. I cannot collab and I cannot work with everybody. I have a smart ass mouth. My mouth is never going to change. My attitude, my way of thinking is never going to change. My respect level is never going to change. You tell me you're going to do something, now I'm going to need you to do it. I'm going to need you to do it so I can show you something. I got to show you.
All right, so it looks like she blames herself. She says that I have a smart mouth and she's never going to change. And people are saying, women are telling her, well, you shouldn't have ran your mouth. You shouldn't talk like that to a man. Isn't that rich that women will say, you shouldn't talk like that to a man, because if you talk like that to a man, he's liable to punch you in your face and you're going to have to deal with it, because women should not be talking to a man any type of way. Ain't that misogyny? Okay. I feel like Aspen, I'm more of a feminist, I think I'm a feminist. I'm a feminist until I'm in the bedroom. I know you be like, bitch, what? Yeah, girl, I don't want my man to be a feminist in the bedroom. You know what I mean? I believe I want him to treat me as a lesser. Okay? I want him to treat me as like I'm lower than him. I do in the bedroom. Yeah, I like that. I can't stand with these niggas. What can I do to please you? I want to please you, babe. That turned me off. I don't like that shit. No. I don't want you to be a misogyny in the bedroom. I want you to be like, I feel like bitches need to be on their knees, only. He not going to get on his knees. I don't like that shit. Yeah. But outside of that, I do believe, in equal rights for men and women. And I think that, you should do what you want to do. For my home, I prefer a certain type of man, and it's not for everybody. And I don't want to force my type of man on everybody. You know what I mean? See, if I was in this situation, now I'm for her. Look, I feel like she should have every right to speak out. I feel like every woman should have every right to speak out. I feel like it was wrong for what he did, okay? Now, put me in that situation. I don't talk back to guys. I'm just going to shut the fuck up. Now, only time I would talk back to guys if they just coming for me, like on the internet or whatever, and I just feel compelled. But I've got talked down. There's a whole bunch of gay men that talk shit about me, and I have never come out here to try to match their energy or whatever. It's a whole bunch of women that have talked shit about me, made all types of lies about me, but I've never came out to crash out on them. I guess I'm just not a crash out person. Sometimes I think about it, I'm like, damn, maybe I should start crashing out. Maybe that'd give me more popularity. But honestly, naturally, that's not me. To be combative and to crash out. I would not be in that studio, but if I happen to be in that studio and I can tell this guy, he felt some type of way and he's getting loud, I'm just going to be quiet. And that's just me, though. I don't feel like women should. Just because you're a woman, I don't feel like you should be quiet. That's just me, and that's just how I operate. So you get what I'm saying? My lifestyle is for me, but I do feel that women have the right to say whatever they want to say to a man or whatever have you. I just won't do it, but I feel like every female has a right to do it. You get me? Okay. I don't mind my man, being misogyny. I don't think men should be misogyny to women, but I don't mind my man being like that in the bedroom with me because that's what I like, okay? Shit, okay? I know it may be complex because, I'm not straight all across the board, in the bedroom, out the bedroom. I'm not like a straight line. I'm very complicated and I got a lot of curves and shit. You know what I mean? And that's why, when it comes to that Republican and Democrat shit, I'm not like a straight far right Republican or a far right Democrat. I be taking ideas from both. I want to pick from here, then I want to pick from there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm just not that person. Like, it's a horrible person there. Right? He's horrible. You're right. He's horrible. But I'm still going to pick some stuff that I might can benefit from, if that makes sense. And I know people don't like that. They just want everything to be black and white. Like, oh my God, that's horrible. F them. Just like the Republicans talk about the Democrats. Oh, they're lunatics. I don't think that's true. Of course I don't, right? The fuck. But just to paint somebody and just to stereotype, I'm not like that. I'm going to find some good in every little thing. You know what I mean? And I'm not biased. And I think a biased person is going to stay on one group and they're just going to stay there because they're biased. Just like Chrisean. Yesterday, I was frying her ass. I was talking about her doing with this Beano and not take care of the baby. But today, she has a different argument. She's facing a different enemy. And I agree with her on this side. I'm not biased where I just have a disdain for her. So whatever she does, I'm just going to dislike her. Most people in the world are biased like that, but I'm just not like that. I can fake it, for some likes and views, shit, but I'm not like that naturally. All right. So, I don't want no sassy man in the bedroom. Who said that? Hell no. Why would I want a sassy man in the bedroom? You getting it all confused, boo-boo. Okay? A sassy man in the bedroom, to me, is a man that be like, can I eat you? A eater. To me, I think that's sassy. You know, somebody that's always want to please you and eat you and all this shit. I know, I want that man to be like, get on your, no, but men don't ever be that. I've never came across a man that disrespected me, that be so aggressive towards me, be like, get on your goddamn knee. I've never ran to that. I think that's a fantasy. I think sometimes I do want a man to, just a role play. You know, I want that role play. I want him to act like he a fucking robber. You know, he robbing my mouth. You know what I mean? He gonna rob my mouth and my motherfucking throat. Okay? But nah, I gotta beg these men. I be like, can you please mistreat me? Can you please call me out my name? You know what I mean? Make it sound real. And they're like, no, you're a queen. I don't see you like that. I respect you. Fuck that fucking respect. Fuck that fucking respect. Shit. If you don't treat me like a piece of shit. Oh my God. But that's not right. I don't feel like women should be treated like that in the bedroom. I don't. I feel like you guys should be treated like a princess. You know what I mean? I feel like, you should be treated like a princess and stuff like that. But I don't want to be treated like a princess in the bedroom. Man, I want to get punished, okay? After you get finished down with me, I want to go and repent, okay? I want that hardcore, passionate shit, you know what I mean? Make it feel like it's your last fuck, okay? Okay? Ooh, they say you a sadist. Look, I don't like that word. What the fuck is that? Y'all gotta stop this shit. I don't like labels, okay? Y'all want to call people a sadist, this and a that and a da-da-da. I don't know what the fuck a sadist is. I don't like the name of it. It sounds like Satan. No, I don't want no fucking sadist. And if that's what you call a sadist, you gotta name it something else. I don't want no sadist. I don't like the name. The name alone is a turn off. Somebody say they're a fucking sadist. Hell no. No, I don't want no fucking sadist. That sounds like a demon. I don't want no fucking demon, It says, we getting BSDSM. I don't want that. I don't like the title. The title alone is a turn off. And it might be what I'm describing, but I don't like the title. I'm going to have to change that name to make it fit what I want. If I would change the name, I would say a man. A real man, okay? Yeah, that's what we're going to call it, a real man. Okay, yeah, a real man right there. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't think real men should act like that or be dominant in the bedroom. I think how do I think men should treat women in the bedroom? Treat them like a queen. Ask them, what can I do to make you feel better? Do you want me to be an eater and just eat you for 50 minutes, I guess? And just do whatever they got to do to please you and caress you and just take their time and tell you how beautiful you are. That sounds cute though, to be honest with you. Me talking about it, that's nice. But I can deal with that. But I can't kiss him though. I'm not into kissing guys that eat. Like if he eat kitty cat, I'm not gonna kiss him. If he eat ass, I'm not gonna kiss him. I don't give a damn if he eat my kitty cat. I'm not gonna kiss him. I don't know. I just don't like it. he better lie to me and tell me he don't eat. But most guys, they start off with, can I eat your kitty cat? Because they want to please. Most guys are pleasers. They want to please me. They want to do what they got to do to get in my good graces. See, I like when you act like that outside the bedroom. I want you to impress me with your money outside the bedroom. But inside the bedroom, honey, I want you to be so hungry for this mouth, so hungry for this kitty cat, you just can't resist. And you need it, okay? You fiending for it, okay? I gotta fight you off of me, okay? Because you want it so bad, okay? And I just feel like this big energy is just gonna take over me, just, oh my God. And then he just kaboom. And I just feel like, damn, I did this shit. You know what I mean? Good job. Good job. That's what I like. Okay. Yeah. But like, I'm not opposed to eating. Like if he an eater, I just don't want to kiss him. I would never kiss him. Keep that mouth for down there. Shit, if you eating me, you eating other motherfuckers, I just don't. I'm not into that. Oh my God, you need Jesus in my life. Okay, what is this? I feel violated. Both terms describe what you said you like. Well, girl, listen. I'm going to get on out of here. I'm going to come back later on today. Hopefully you guys are around. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here at Jessica Kahiner Hot Topics. And I'm out, baby. I'm out.